Excel has a feature that can instantly show you what needs attention without having to write complex formulas. In this lesson, I'll show you how to use conditional formatting to highlight important pieces of your data, spot problems, and make your spreadsheets easier to read. Let's get started. On the screen, you have data containing a list of orders and some details regarding those orders. Let's say we want to highlight profit margins that are less than 18%. We simply select the profit margin cells. On the Home tab, we go to Conditional Formatting, click on Highlight Cell Rules, and select Less Than as we want to highlight cells that are less than a number. When a box appears, we're going to enter 18%. And we can select from the drop-down what kind of highlights we want to put. For example, we can have a green fill, you can have a yellow fill, and there are a bunch of options. But let's select this light red fill and click OK. For our next example, I want to show you how to use data bars. Data bars makes it easier to compare numbers visually. So let's add data bars on our revenue numbers. So I'm going to select the revenue cells, go to Conditional Formatting, go down to data bars, and we have the option to select data bars. And as we hover around, you can see what the data bars are going to look like. There are also more rules where you can select more colors, and you can select if you want a gradient fill or a solid fill, and click OK. Now you can more easily compare the revenue numbers and see the high and lowest numbers very easily. Now, I want to show you how to use color scales. Color scales are used to visually show how values compare to each other by applying a gradient so you can easily spot patterns without having to read each number. So, say we want to apply color scales on a customer rating. We go to Conditional Formatting, and all the way down we go to Color Scales, and when you hover around, you can see how the colors appear. So, you can select the one that fits your needs the most. I'm going to select this one. Once we apply color scales, we can see that the highest rated customers have a darker green and it gets lighter up till yellow for the lowest rated customers. Now, let's look at highlighting duplicates. This is extremely useful when you're working with data that's expected to be unique and you want to spot out the duplicates in your data set. So let's assume we want to spot out the duplicates in order IDs. We're going to select the order ID cells. We're going to go to Conditional Formatting and highlight cells, and let's go to Duplicate Values. And just like that, duplicate values will be highlighted. We can choose a different color. So let's choose a yellow highlight this time. Click OK. And just like that, we can clearly and easily see the duplicates in our dataset. Now let's quickly cover how you can remove or edit conditional formatting. To do so, simply select the cells with the conditional formatting. Go to Conditional Formatting. At the bottom, you see Clear Rules. You can choose to clear rules from the selected cells, the entire sheet, or the entire table. Another option is to go down to Manage Rules, and it will open a box containing all the conditional formatting rules you have in your Excel sheet. You can choose to delete a specific rule or just edit the rule. You can change the colors or other details about the rules. When you're done, you can close or click OK to apply if you made any changes. Now, what if we want to apply conditional formats based on a rule? So, let's say we want to highlight cells where the actual revenue is less than the target revenue. To do so, let's highlight the actual revenue cells because this is where we want the conditional formats to apply. We're going to go to Conditional Formatting, and now we're going to create a new rule. When this dialog box appears, you want to go down to where it says Use a formula to determine the cells to format and click on there. It will allow you to put in a formula. Your formula must always result in true or false, and where your formula is true, it will apply the format you select. So let's put our formula and let's say it's equal to D4 is less than E4. Now you always put in the formulas of the first cell in which the formatting is going to apply to. And now let's select our format and let's select, say, this orange color. And you can also select border and font if you want to. And we're going to click OK and OK. And now we can quickly see those cells where the actual revenue is less than the target revenue. Now, let's say we want to apply the same rule, but we want to apply the highlights across the entire row rather than just on one cell. We're going to select the entire data set, go to Conditional Formatting, create a new rule. Then let's select to use a formula to determine the cell. We're going to put in the same formula, except in this case, we're going to fix the column reference. And again, we select the highlight we want to use and click OK. Now you see that the highlight is applied across the entire row and not just on the actual revenue column. And that's conditional formatting in Excel. If you learned something new, leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Keep mastering data, and I'll see you in the next lesson.